Good evening, Mr. Gunawan Tambun Saribu, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Putu Septiari Nesa Yasa. Now I will presentation about vaccine COVID-19. Let's start it. Is there a vaccine for COVID-19? January 2021, World Health Organization finds wildlife farms in China to be the source of the COVID-19 pandemic that spread to various countries around the world. Various countries around the world are working to find a vaccine against the COVID-19 virus in everyone. Indonesian Doctors Association (IDI) vaccine spokesperson Iris Renjanis said that after being vaccinated, 3M, wearing a mask, maintaining distance, and washing hands with soap, avoided crowds to avoid COVID-19 transmission. In Indonesia, the COVID-19 vaccination program is planned for December 2020. Ministry of Health Republic of Indonesia has determined 6 types of vaccine to be used for the vaccination program, namely Bio Farma, Moderna, Pfizer-BioNTech, Sinopharm, Oxford AstraZeneca, and Sinovac. Next, will COVID-19 vaccine provide long-term protection? The director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases (NIAID) in the United States, Anthony Fauci, is worried about the resiliency of the coronavirus vaccine. If the COVID-19 virus acts increasingly fastidiously, it is less likely to have long endurance and immune protection. Is the COVID-19 vaccine made by scientists effective? Fauci answered this, saying the way the body responds to this type of virus, we are optimistic that we will get a potent vaccine candidate. Next, how do the COVID-19 vaccine work? 1. Sinovac and Sinopharm. The Chinese company Sinovac's CoronaVac uses an inactive virus. This is one of the oldest methods of vaccinating people. To make this vaccine, a batch of coronaviruses is cultivated, killed, and then made into a vaccine. Likewise happened with the Sinopharm vaccine. 2. Oxford Uni AstraZeneca vaccine from University of Oxford and AstraZeneca, United Kingdom. This vaccine uses the adenovirus from the chimpanzee virus, genetically modified cells with DNA coding for full coronavirus spike proteins. This vaccine is produced more slowly than using mRNA. The company has pledged to make its vaccine available at low prices to countries around the world. Vaccine can be stored stably for up to 6 months at standard refrigerator temperature. Next. 3. Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine and Moderna vaccine. The Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine and Moderna vaccine use messenger RNA or mRNA from the genetic sequence of viral cells to make proteins from the coronavirus surgeon. mRNA is so fragile that it is encased in lipid nanoparticles, a layer of butter that can melt at room temperature. The Pfizer biotech vaccine requires special equipment to transport and store at ultra-cold temperature of -100 degrees Fahrenheit, -75 degrees Celsius. Unlike the Moderna vaccine can be delivered at -20 degrees Celsius, -4 degrees Fahrenheit, and can be kept stable for 3 days at 28 degrees Celsius, 36 to 46 degrees Fahrenheit, which is the standard refrigerator temperature. Next, this table the COVID-19 vaccine that is permitted in Indonesia. 1. Company Sinovac method attenuation of the virus. Effectiveness not specified. Storage refrigerator temperature 2 -8 degrees Celsius. Cost 2,000 rupiah. Projection or order status 600 million in 2020, as many as 1.2 million arrived in Indonesia. 2. Company Sinovac method attenuation of the virus. Effectiveness not specified. Storage refrigerator temperature 2 -8 degrees Celsius. Cost 8,000 rupiah. Projection or order status 2,000 million per year. Companies Biopharma Sinovac. Biopharma Sinovac method attenuation of the virus. Effectiveness Biopharma Sinovac is 92%. Storage Biopharma Sinovac is refrigerator temperature 2 to 8 degrees Celsius. Biopharma Sinovac cost not specific. Projection or order status from Biopharma Sinovac is 60 million are produced per month. 16 million are produced month until 2021. Next, companies Oxford Uni AstraZeneca. Oxford Uni AstraZeneca method is viral vector genetically modified virus. Oxford Uni AstraZeneca effectiveness 62 to 19%. Oxford Uni AstraZeneca storage average temperature. Oxford Uni AstraZeneca cost 60,000 rupiah. Oxford Uni AstraZeneca projection or order status 4,000 million at the end of 2020 from 7,000 million in Q1 2021 RNA genetic material in the form of ribonucleic acid. Companies Moderna. Moderna method is RNA genetic material in the form of ribonucleic acid. Moderna effectiveness 1950%. Moderna storage -20 degrees Celsius for up to 6 months. Moderna cost 70,000 rupiah. Moderna projection or order status 125 million early 2021. Pfizer BioNTech method RNA. Pfizer BioNTech effectiveness 95%. Pfizer BioNTech storage -70 degrees Celsius. Pfizer BioNTech cost 28,500 Pfizer BioNTech projection or order status 50 million by the end of 2020 and 1.3 billion by the end of 2021. The results of the second clinical trial saw that the trial volunteers' immunity was lower than the recovered patients. A vaccine have a dose of 2 for the biopharma adjuvant vaccine. The dose has not been determined. Next. How will we know if vaccine COVID-19 are safe? There are many safeguards that have ensured that the COVID-19 vaccine is safe. Like a vaccine, COVID-19 must undergo a rigorous testing process, including large clinical phase 3 trials involving tens of thousands of people. The clinical trials, which involve people at high risk of COVID-19, are specifically designed to identify any common side effects or other safety concerns. If clinical trials show that a COVID-19 vaccine is safe and effective, a series of independent studies of evidence of efficacy and safety will need to be carried out, including review and regulatory approval in the country where this vaccine is produced before World Health Organization considers pre-qualification for a vaccine product. Part of this process also includes a global advisory committee on vaccine safety review all evidence of safety. Next, an external expert panel appointed by World Health Organization will analyze the clinical trial result and according to the evidence regarding the disease, age group affected, risk factor for disease, and other information, will recommend whether the vaccine to be used and how to use it. Officials in each country will decide whether or not to approve the use of vaccine nationally and formulate policies for vaccine use in their countries based on World Health Organization recommendation. Once a COVID-19 vaccine is started, World Health Organization will support working with vaccine makers, health officials in each country, and other partners to monitor and safety concerns on an ongoing basis. Next, conclusion. If you have been vaccinated, keep it at arms, live healthy life, wear a mask, keep your distance, and wash your hands. Whatever the brand of vaccine, don't be afraid to get vaccinated. Because if you have been vaccinated, it means that you are protecting your family or people around you being protected from the COVID-19 virus. Trust the government which has handled the COVID-19 vaccine for the safety, comfort, and welfare of its citizens. Do not immediately digest all the untrue news or hoax news about the COVID-19 vaccine, COVID-19 news, and general news. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Next. Sorry. That is all from me. Sorry if I have mistake for this presentation and thank you. Bye-bye. Kelamaan di situnya.